Yo, what's up to you guys? It's your boy T Coast back here again with the solo leveling video. And today I'm going to be going over 3 things that I've been seeing recently just from reading comments and just overall just information about the game. Now, the first thing I'm going to get into is that weapons. Now, essentially with weapons, I don't want you to feel like you need an SSR weapon to clear content easier. More so, a weapon is better with skills than without the skill. Outside of signature weapons that are used for characters, because you get a bonus, but that's something completely different. Now, I have 2 SSR weapons. The Plume Sword, which I actually recently just pulled this morning at 6 a.m., which I didn't record a video, and I don't know why, because that would have been a great summoning video. But 3 SR weapons that I was using before I actually pulled the Scythe and obviously the Sword. The book, even though a lot of people don't like using books in this game, as far as like the SR book, this one is by far a very good one if it is maxed, because it increases max MP, decreases cooldown at level 4, and then when the user's MP is above 51%, their attack increases equal to 60% of their MP. This is highly underrated for bigger bosses or mobs because of the skill 2. It increases fire damage by 8%. So if you're fighting a fire boss, you're getting 8% damage on top of the 51% damage. And then on top of that, it is a burst explosion with the regular 1-star level up. I would have this at 1. No, I'd have this at 3 going backwards. The next best weapon is the Illustrious Dragon. Now, this sword is definitely underrated for an SR weapon, and compared to the dagger, I do prefer it because, one, when I'm not playing or if I'm at work, I have the game on auto, so I'm clearing content, and I feel like this one has been the most effective due to the attack range and then obviously the buffs that you get from actually having the sword on, with the advantage of having the user's HP is above 80%. It increases attack by 8%. Energy of Light Dragon, 8% damage increase. Bleed damage is fine too. It's not bad. I just haven't used it. It's poison damage. The bleed damage, whatever you want to call it. That's an honorable mention, 100% for dagger. The best weapon by far, even if you want to be the most elite shooter, it is definitely the West Wind. By far one of the best weapons in the game, even while nerfed. It does 75% of the damage up to 5-meter range. Increases the user's damage by 75%. And the attack is increased by 8% for wind damage. Those are my top 3. I know this is a short, fast video. I just wanted to show you my top 3 for SR weapons because it is possible to beat content with them, and they are actually very good. I wouldn't invest all my resources into them, especially trying to save to get an SSR weapon, but definitely something that you need to look into. Now, as far as getting material to craft SSR weapons, this is going to be a 2-minute topic that I'm going to breeze through, and I'm going to get to the last point because that's the more important one. Going down to the star to show you exactly where I got this. We have a new event. Try to clear this as much as possible because it's free stuff, essentially. But clearing this out, I got this ticket. And this ticket is the Hunter exclusive weapon design. Source you can get them from is Managed Weapons, which you can break it down by getting an SSR weapon and breaking it down. Going to the shop, buying it with this material, which you have to break down SR weapons to get. It takes a while. Believe me, I know it takes a while, but you eventually will get to the point to where you have enough SR weapons to break it down to get that. You can get 2, I'm pretty sure, every week or so, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But the other way to get it, and which is perfectly fine, is play Battle Time, which I haven't unlocked yet. You unlock it at Chapter 10. So right now, the only way to actually get this is to actually finish this event. You just need to get 930. If you're leveling up your character, you should be able to get that pretty simple. Definitely something that you definitely should get. The event shop, definitely good. I'm in 8th place right now currently. I have 1809. I'm not in a bad spot. I did spend money in the game, but I literally said I was going to, so don't get mad at me. Last thing that I wanted to show you is on the crafting section, which this loads on the phone, which for some reason I've been having a problem with it. If you go down to crafting, this is where you would normally craft things, and I actually ended up getting Cha's weapon again due to the dice rolls, which I definitely did over like 50 dice rolls to even get that many amount. Because you get 4 when you pass, and you get 5 when you land on each side of the corner of the square. But this can be used to make a weapon. And those tickets can be used when you have crystals. Everybody got crystals when the game first came out. That was something that the devs did very generously. We each have 2 of each. So dividing that, you know, you just need 6 more. After that, you'll have 8. And then you just need 4 tickets, which I got one from the event. Those tickets are hard to come by, so don't take them for granted. Try to keep them for as long as you can until you get a weapon for your hunter that you actually need. Or if you want to make a weapon for Jong-in, you definitely can. It's not impossible. And I think that's the scrolls. But yeah, that's pretty much the rundown and the breakdown of this. The crystals are pretty much easy to get. There's definitely different ways to get them in the game. They're a lot easier because, one, they're blue. And then the tickets, obviously gold. It's the most premium currency in the game. Anything gold in any gacha game is typically good, outside of like rainbow or like crimson red. But we haven't got to that point yet. For upgrade materials, not the weapons, because obviously you can see it's like crimson red. The last thing that I wanted to speak to you about, because you can't even obtain most of these weapons, it's just Chinese weapon, is the story missions and what you can do to increase your power. Now, I don't really need to make an in-depth guide because there's been plenty of videos about this, but I want to just show you what I've been using to try to combat that and clear content in the story, because I've been doing a pretty decent job of it. This is something that I've noticed that is definitely worthwhile to recognize and look into. So you can obviously build your character a different way. I built mine the way that I wanted to build him. I've been using skill 2, which is the vertical arts, and then I've also been using the Death's Dance, which I have a purple runestone on, which definitely increases the purple's like one of the best ones you can get, increases damage exponentially compared to blue and compared to green. Death's Dance with the vertical arts, it's been a combo that I've been using. It's been working. Your QTE skills, your quick time skills, definitely you need to upgrade these as well because they do a lot more damage and it makes it a lot easier to hit from what I've been noticing. And then your ultimate, which does extraordinary amount of damage, which I'm going to show you right now. I've been upgrading each one of my characters. Hae-in is 24,000. Son-yoon, I forgot her name. Seo, Jesus Christ, the name's Seo Ji-woo. And I just got Emma Lionheart before she even came out on the banner. I literally pulled her the other day. I was using her at first.
You can trust me.
I was using what's her name? Oh man, I was just Libora, just because of the fact of her damage multiplier, and then the attacks that she can do with the circles that she forms. But I'm just gonna go into battle. I'm gonna show you. It's a lot easier because I want to try to keep this video under 10 minutes, just because of the fact that I don't like making long videos for you guys. It was going pretty well too until I got to this point. It's a lot of information to break down. It really is a lot of information to break down. And if you haven't played the game in depth to know, I don't really need to do it on Igris. I was going to do it on Igris, but that's a boss battle and I don't feel like going through all that. But here, I can definitely still showcase the skills. So essentially, I'll start off with the slash. I'll do this, knock them in the air. That knocks them down, and then you can do that. And I just got Plume, so it does a lot more damage doing it that way, and it does stun them a little bit. And then if you dodge, you can clear through content pretty fast with these skills. And the break damage is underrated. Do not. I may be new at making videos for this game, but break damage is highly underrated. Going through a fight and then knowing that a boss will definitely get like an extra shield or two, and then you're literally fighting the time crunch, because most of the time when you're playing the game, you'll have, I just set it on auto now, you'll have it set to the point to where you need to clear it in a time, and that is highly underrated. And you do more damage after you break the person's shield, so why would you not have a break skill on your character, considering that there's no break weapon out right now. As you guys can see from here, I just cleared that pretty easily.
I still have a long way to go.
And my thinking behind the skills that I've been using is more so the fact that knocking your character up in the air, and then knocking them back down, and then knocking them back up, and then able to repeat the cycle of using a close combat weapon, it's a recipe for good damage consistently. And I play on auto a lot, so I feel like that helps out, but that's just me. The video has been going on for a while, but those are the things that I have and did want to go over with you guys with. You can build your character, you can build Jong-in how you want, Jingwoo how you want. Essentially, that's what I've been using, and that's what's been working for me. That's why I've been able to clear the content so fast, and why I've been able to finish missions so much. Now, obviously, work with what you got. If you haven't spent money on this game, you probably don't have access to most of these weapons unless you have literally God to your luck, which your luck will probably be bad for the rest of the year. But jokes aside, that is definitely one of the ways you can clear content. The more so, this is the more important part of the information for the video that I want to show you. But it's your boy T Coast here. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I'll definitely will be able to answer them down below. And I'll mess you guys, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace out.